You are watching the MAPS Wellness Room. I'm your host, Miata Clark. Join me weekly for dynamic guests, tips, and advice. Most of all, positive energy. And remember, my friend, you have power. Alrighty. Welcome everyone to another episode of the MAPS Wellness Room. I am your host, Miata Clark. I have a co-host with me here today. As you all know her very well, Soraya Morrison. She is the co-chair of the MAPS Wellness Room and of MAPS. And Soraya, can you tell us a little bit about yourself for those that do not know really quickly who you are?
Sure. My name is Soraya Morrison. I'm the Vice President and Co-Chairwoman of the Global MAPS event. I'm a realtor during the evening times, and then during the day, I'm a hiring manager with the state of Delaware. So welcome to the Wellness Room once again.
Yay. And then we have our special guest, Tim Taylor, here with us, and he is in Nevada, and he said it's cold there. He says 40 degrees, but here in Philly is like, 20 something. So I'm a little bit jealous, but that's okay. Thank you, Tim, for being here with us today. And can you tell us a little bit about who you are and a little bit of your background?
Sure thing. Sure. Thanks for having me on your show today. My background is I'm the president of Care Beyond. We're a nutraceutical company that's based out in Nevada. We're going through 10 different countries right now, expanding to 30 this year. And my own background is decades in ministry and also in consulting and investing and starting primarily health and nutritional based companies, helping people with wellness, recovery, and things like that.
And tell them how many. You told me like over 1,000. I think it was like 1,100 to be exact.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've been involved with the launch of a lot of different companies, ranging from everything from AOL and LinkedIn. Yeah, I know they're not necessarily wellness and so forth, but they are affiliate-based programs where it's people. It started off with people telling people until they got to the point, the internet sort of took off,
Right.
And so we helped set up those as well as a lot of different companies, well over 1,000. Some of them have done billions in sales. Some of them have done none. But
yeah, I got to catch up. I'm only on number 3, so as far as businesses,
if you get to 3 and it's going well, then you shouldn't need to start anymore, right?
True. So today we are here to talk about something that you introduced, and actually Elaine introduced to us, but that through her we found out about the water bottle that you have. I don't know if everyone can see it. And this water bottle here, it actually filters out all of the bad stuff in water. And it comes with like this thing here to tell you, this little pamphlet to tell you all about the water bottle. But in short, basically it takes the water and removes or reduces up to 99.99% of chemical dissolved solids and all like contaminants. So Tim, like you said, you could go to a river and you can go to the swimming pool and you can dip some water, and it's just as fresh and clean as possible. And that's what I love about this water bottle here because I love water very, very much. So can you tell us a little bit about this here and how this came about?
Well, sure. One of the interesting things is we were looking to get into wellness, and we're working with mental fitness as well as physical wellness and recovery. There's really 2 main causes of disease, all disease, everything. And, those diseases, those causes typically range from, many of them are nutrient deficiencies, something that should be in your body that shouldn't, essential nutrients, there's 107 of them or so. And then things that are going into your body that shouldn't be there, such as pathogens, viruses, chemicals, pharmaceutical drugs, and all types of different things, radioactivity, and so forth. So in our company with Care Beyond, what we focused on is 2 areas. In the functional medicine side of our business, the idea is to help people to correct nutrient deficiencies. And it's amazing what happens today in medicine. Most diseases, most doctors are actually going out to treat the symptoms of disease rather than the source of disease. So what Care Beyond does is we focus on the functional medicine side, identifying the cause of disease, right? So in correcting those with many cases, nutrients and so forth. On the other side, though, as you're talking about with our Care Blue line, it's things that are going into your body. Now, I don't know about you, but I learned about 30 years ago. I'm kind of aging myself here a little bit, but I learned about 30 years ago that you don't drink tap water, right? You know what I'm talking about. Not many people that are on your call here today drink tap water. We've kind of got beyond that. We've heard the stories of Flint, Michigan, and so forth. But the understanding is, okay, well, we'll drink bottled water because just that's what you do. That's what bottled water is for. Am I right?
Right.
I mean, most of us are drinking bottled water, and my wife is an athlete, and you know, I've been in health for a long time, so I've been drinking bottled water for 30 years, nothing but it. And I thought it was just the best thing ever. You know, I don't need to get all these water filters under the sink and outside the house. And I'm just going to buy bottled water because it's easy and I can afford it. Well, one of the things that I found out is bottled water is actually less regulated than your municipal water. So the water that you have piped into your house has to have a certain pH balance. It has to have a certain level of contaminants removal. It has to be able to prove that it has certain levels of lead and arsenic levels are below particular minimums. Not so with bottled water. So what we did with basically the Care Blue line is a line of point of use water filtration. And what, as you correctly said, it goes way beyond your typical water bottles like the Brita or things. They'll take out, you know, chlorine and some heavy sediment, but we'll take out virtually 100%, 99.99% of heavy contaminants, chemicals, viruses, bacteria, or inorganic items, metals, pharmaceutical drugs, things like PFOAs and forever chemicals that are in there, radioactivity, 100% eliminated. The interesting part is it's not just us saying it, these are lab certified. So we've got studies with NASA grade technology. You can actually take this water filtration and if you wanted to, you know, if you were stuck up on a mountaintop and you had to drink your own waste, you could. And water. I know Miata's going, okay, let's bring me up, right? No. What it's doing is completely eliminating most of those. And virtually any safe source of basic potable water, you can completely eliminate the contaminants from it. Now, the interesting side is we've also set it up so that it will clean out and elevate alkalinity. Now, if you test the pH on a typical bottle of water, you know, your Sam's Club water, or maybe it's Dasani or Aquafina, the typical brands that most people have, what you're going to find is it's so acidic, it's at about 5 pH. You can test it with just a swimming pool test water system, right? And the key to it is your body is 80% water. If you dropped a goldfish in a bottle of Aquafina, it would die in 10 minutes or less. Could not make it. It's so acidic that we're putting this into our body on a daily basis. You see, your body's pH needs to be at about 7.35. That's its perfect balance. When you get acidic below that, you're going to get sick. You're going to have different issues. You're going to have toxic response. If a fish can't live in it, you can't really live in it either. The scary part is these manufacturing companies know that this water is this acidic. They're also charging upwards of $10 a gallon on average if you take the mix of buying in bulk or buying by the bottle. It's a lot more than fuel. So what we can do with that one bottle that you've got, you can go and take it on the go. You can get up to 150 gallons of water. Cost per gallon is about 30 cents per gallon. Clean, safe, pure, up to 9.5 alkaline water. The thing is this, you don't have to ever buy expensive water again and it's actually going to be dangerous for your kids and your family when you understand this. And you can do it with the on-the-go bottle that we've got for a fraction of the cost, far better water, safer, healthier, tastes better, and alkaline. There's nothing else like it. There's just nothing else in the industry anywhere out there. I think we're going to save a lot of lives and help a lot of people with it.
Well, it explains why my fish never live. So I understand. But no, definitely that's what I love about this bottle is that you can take it anywhere and have fresh, clean water without feeling like you have to buy expensive water that's really not doing your body any justice. You know what I mean? So I really enjoy that. Soraya, did you have a question?
I actually did. So I too have my bottle. I'm really proud of it. I enjoy using it. I wanted to know, before I started using your bottle, I actually carry around a humongous gallon jug. And that's how I get my water. And so are you all thinking about coming out with a gallon jug of water as well in conjunction to
Well,
this?
I mean, if you want to carry around a gallon jug of water, you can. But the key to it is you only need to drink what you're drinking. It's difficult and inconvenient to drink out of a gallon jug. You can go and fill up your water bottle. It'll do 64 ounces of water, or 38 ounces. I think it's 32 ounces of water, and filter it, and you can drink it just like you would out of a bottle of water.
Yeah.
So we have currently a pitcher that's a home use pitcher that holds about a gallon,
which we have.
I keep it in my refrigerator.
Yep, we have that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we also have a little on-the-go straw. And so, for example, if you've ever been to a restaurant, you go in, you have spend $200 on a nice dinner, and you drink their water, and it tastes like it came out of somebody's old shoe, right? So this is what you can go and you use this little straw, drink right through it. You're getting clean, pure, delicious alkaline water from virtually any source. And
I like that.
And again, at a fraction of the cost of what I got to share you a story.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I've been in healthcare for a long time. This is what we do. I put companies in business. So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I take every supplement that's out there, right? And I'm old, a lot older than I probably look. But the key to this is for 30 years, I've had, at least the last 12 years or so, I've had what you've heard of psoriasis. It's kind of, as you get older, you start getting age marks and spots. You two who are young, you're not quite there yet, right? But as I got it, I just thought it was part of life. There's nothing that I could do about it. When I started drinking this water, it's been about 7 months now, I look 10 years younger. It's completely transformed my appearance. It's because the acidity is gone from my system. I could take a saliva pH test, and my pH is going to be about 8.0. The average person, if you're out there testing, is about 5.5, and sick. You're going to have different issues from that. So, I mean, it really does have a tremendous impact on that. You're missing that one key aspect of your health. Water is it, because you just can't get reasonably priced alkaline water that's out there these days.
Wow. Well, definitely, everyone, please go to the link that you see going across your screen. Definitely get you one of these. I can take it to the gym. I can take it. I'm also a realtor, so I can take it when I go to showings, anywhere, put it next to my bed. I love this thing, and definitely go to the link below to get yours. And do you have any suggestions or advice for anybody as far as water is concerned, how much you should drink? I mean, I know you're not a healthcare provider, but I mean, just based off of your knowledge, what would you suggest or give tips for?
Well, they say basically half of your weight in ounces is what you should drink every day. And so, if you are, I drink about a gallon of water a day. My wife is, like I said, is an athlete. She's smaller, but she drinks about almost twice as much, or 1.5 times as much as I do.
Yeah.
And so you need to keep hydrated. And if you're going to be hydrated, it's, the contaminants and things that are in the water that we've got, it really makes a big difference. People wonder why autism rates and all these diseases and illnesses are so high. The contaminants that are in water are horrendous, and the government's aware of it. Your municipalities are aware of it, and the bottled water companies are even aware of it. And most people, if you're in health, you understand that you want to drink clean water, but we've all been under the mistaken presumption that bottled water is end all save all.
That would be me.
It's very good bottled water out there, but it's often very pricey. And you want, if you are going to insist on buying bottled water, make sure you get one to find out if it's pH balanced. It needs to be 7.3 or 5 or higher. If you're going, you want to at least be pH balanced. And usually those are pretty pricey. It's a $2, $3, $4 a bottle for good alkaline water, a little bit more in some cases.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it first here. Thank you so much for spending the time with us.
Thank you.
Co-host, do you have any questions? Anything you want to say?
No, I've been enlightened. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay.
Tim. We really
And by the
appreciate
way,
it.
there is a business on the that's attached with this.
Mhm.
Maybe we have like you'll find some information on webcasts that's
Okay.
on there. If you wanted to
Okay.
find out about the business, reach
Sure.
out to us. We'll see if we can help you out getting involved with it.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be big, and we can help an awful lot of people with it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, thank you again for sharing your time with us. And as always, we will be back next week for another episode of the MAPS Wellness Room. And thank you for joining us. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Soroya.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Soroya. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Mia.
Bye.
Bye, Tim.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to be a guest here on the MAPS Wellness Room, email us at themapswellnessroom@gmail.com. Until next time, I'm sending light, love, and power.